trait, but that they are so much more, that they are all things, that all of you will begin to less identify with your gender, with your ethnicity, with your job, with your title, with your role in your family, etc., in these very specific ways, as you begin to have much more acceptance, tolerance, love, compassion, and recognition for one another, in the remembering that everyone is yourself, and that those who are in this moment going through these particularly difficult times, as hard as it is to wrap one's mind around this or understand, that there is a conscious decision and a contract come in and to be embodied in certain forms and experiences at this time, to bring compassion and understanding and love to others as a mirrored reflection. And so we encourage them to stay steady, to be true to who they are, to open their heart, not to get to drop into the fear, to raise their frequency above it, to become strong and alive and true to themselves, and to remember that this spotlight, perhaps that is in that direction right now, will move into another focus actually quite quickly, for larger things that impact the entire collective are arising soon.
Thank you.
No welcome.
All right, Kathy. Kathy Higgins.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Raphael. Hello. Hello. This is a question about children. It's kind of a three-parter, but it's really just one question. So, Casey, feel free to stop me if you need to. Raphael, please elaborate on the attributes and gifts of the children that are coming in now, and how long has it been since they have been arriving with this potential for higher consciousness? And I was also, the last part is, are there only certain children that will be born with these attributes in lieu of each individual's accumulative spiritual evolution that they're on?
Yes, it is that the energies every generation come in with more awakening and ability to assimilate and to adapt to the new frequencies that are on the planet as you are transcending into the new earth. However, it is, yes, that all of the children are special and unique and beautiful and carry light and are here for many reasons, but some in particular, especially those born in the last 10 to 15 years, and the newborns that especially are arriving right now, their veil is completely open, meaning they have complete and absolute access, especially those recently coming in at the end of the Kali Yuga cycle, as there has been an entire new frequency that has been arriving in the last even 6 to 13 months, which we know in your linear time is very frequent. But they come without a veil. So the flooding of energy, codes, and information and understanding on a holographic level of a unified energy where there is no time and there is no space, and they are operating at a very high frequency, able to download information instantaneously. Their whole system is very different, and they will also grow in some respects even faster. They will learn much faster. They will connect. You will look into their eyes, and it will feel as though you are looking into the galactic core of Source itself. And they will bring so much joy and so much energy, but they will be very busy and move very rapidly, and their energies will have an enormous, powerful, and potent impact on your planet and in resonance with it. And they will come with what you would perceive as gifts that are unique and they are capable of doing, because they will be operating and communicating on a multidimensional level, on a galactic level, and they will be woven into the networks. And what we mean by that is the network of water, the network of the elemental energies, the network of the crystals, the network of the tree symbols, the networks of the animals, and all of those communication systems that are coming online. They are already tapped into and able to communicate and move energy through them. So just like other generations could come in and maybe perhaps know how to navigate the remote control on the television where their parents could not. This will be a very accelerated expansion in their capacity to work with the networks that are coming online around the globe. And so this does not mean, however, that they are not to be mentored, not to be loved, not to be taken care of, not to be cherished or to be disciplined, and all of those things, or to negate the fact that they're elders or the wisdom keepers and ones that have spent time on the earth do not have things to share or to teach to them, for it is an integration of both of these energies simultaneously that will create much beauty around the globe.
Excellent, excellent question. Thank you, Raphael. Elite, you're next.
Thank you, Casey. I love you, Raphael. Thank you so much.
Hello, hello,
So this question,
hello, hello,
hi.
hello.
So this question is about our current job market, the unemployment specifically. It's a question for the people that do self-work and that don't mind working and take accountability and are not victims. Sorry, I'm just so nervous. What do we most need to remember when we feel unseen and or unused and or uncertain of our value in the world?
Oh, 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 oh. It is very important for you to know that you are safe and that you are eternal. Important for you to know that nothing external outside of you defines who you are, that you are extraordinarily powerful, that your capacity to create or to bring into your experience and into your timeline a match of something in which your skills and your gifts can be shared, in which you will receive whatever it is that you are needing to feel abundant, is your birthright. We're wanting you to go tonight and look in the mirror and look into your essence, because we see your essence. We see this ball of light. It is shimmering and it is beautiful and it is bouncing all over. And yet somewhere in there, it got caught in a feeling of feeling unseen, or a feeling of being unsafe or unvalued or not important. And that frequency, although there is nothing intentional about wanting to align with it, in fact, everything within every fiber of your being is wanting to align with the frequency of worthiness and abundance and purity and a sense of faith and knowing that all is well. And yet the mind, the busyness of the mind, can drop into a state of fear as it gives its power away to external energies outside of self. And so cultivating that energy in your base chakra and in your solar plexus and beginning to move it up through your system and into your toric field to hold the vibration and frequency that whatever it is that you are wanting to bring into formation, into creation, is absolutely and completely possible. But it cannot be possible until you fully, absolutely love, accept, and adore and honor who you are at the deepest level, at the essence of your soul. And so we are wanting you to go and to look in the mirror and into your eyes and be very, very quiet and to stand there for a long period of time, perhaps 10 minutes, and just look. And as you look into your eyes, you may say out loud, I love you. And begin to feel in your body what that feels like, and say it again and again and again. Say to yourself, I see you. I love you. You are divine. And notice what starts to come up to the surface, what emotions begin to arise, and allow those emotions to be felt, to be experienced. And when they arise, keep looking in the mirror and keep through those emotions that are coming through. Say, I love you, meaning I love those emotions. I love everything and all parts and everything about who it is that I am. Until you start to see, as you're looking in the mirror, a light will begin to develop, a shimmering frequency, because the density will start to slowly dissolve and the light will permeate through your energetic body. And as that light permeates out through the body, it will create light in the space as you are looking in the mirror. And it will begin to form like an orb, an energy, and it will start to even move. This is your essence. This is your primal self, your I am that I am. This is who you are at the core. And when you can find that kernel, that essence, that source, that I am that I am, and look at it directly in the mirror with love for it and compassion for it, you recognize that there is nothing to fear and that everything that you need has always been right here, and that it is right here. And that as you start paying attention to all that is that already is right here, it will start to amplify and to grow until it is full and you are full. And there will be no longer a need for seeking or a worry that it will be gone, because it has never been gone. It has always been right there.
Thank you for everything that you are.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Great question. So relevant. All right, Allegra.
Thank you, Raphael, for answering my question. I
hello.
love you. This question is about the children who decide to come in with type 1 diabetes or develop it along the way. And why do they choose this? They call it uncurable disease.
Yeah.
And is it really incurable, like the doctors say? Do you see any advancement in medical in the future? And what can you say about this, please? Thank you.
It is an opportunity to come into sacred relationship with food, to come into sacred relationship with what is received and taken into the body in the most honoring way, and to have an impact with consciousness to tuned to the food so that it is calibrated to be receptive within the physicality of the body, to merge and to be able to be assimilated in a way that brings a state of equilibrium and health. In the future, yes, of course, this will be obsolete as your new ways of operating and healing will be very different, and you will be able to calibrate and bring this into balance. But at the moment, it is an opportunity not only for the one in the family who is experiencing this diabetes, but for all of you in the family, not just saying in this family, but all families to come into an honored, sacred relationship with food. Your food on your planet right now, in many places, is void of light and of nutrients and of its essence and its source, and it's the energy. And as you begin to pay more attention to it and begin to commune and connect with it, and to choose ones that are whole and easily assimilated. You can then also, through your consciousness, affect the food in a way through your intention and your thought processes so that it is integrated and assimilated in the body, in the functions in which is needed. And this is something that you are learning through how you can affect your water by communicating with it and it communicating back to you and the power it has for healing in the body. But it is no different with the food itself and your capacity to influence it through your energetic thought processes. And so the purpose of this and many of these diseases that come in is to bring conscious awareness to the food systems, to your capacity to where to put your energy and attention, and also how to change current foods that are being consumed by the body.
All right, excellent. Really great stuff. Joni,
Hi, thank you, Casey. Hi, Rafael.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So my question has to do with pain in the body. I know that Kelly said that it was normal at this time to have ascension symptoms or pain in the body, but if for those of us who have pains or imbalances and feel that we're doing everything possible to allow and release and really take great care of our bodies and heal in every way, but these pains are still persisting, would this be a time to just then like hang in there and allow the process, or should we be doing something else? Thank you so much.
It is not easy, but if you can come into alignment with loving the pain, for a period of time without an expectation that it should be or go somewhere other than where it is. Of course, this shortens the duration for it. But we want to also remind all of you to be compassionate, loving, and gentle with yourself because there is an influx of many things happening simultaneously on your planet right now. There is an influx of light coming in that it can be difficult to assimilate. There are toxins that are everywhere. There is a lot of poison that is in places and toxins that cannot necessarily be noticed or seen or even avoided at this time. Of course, there is the collective emotional state of the earth right now where there is a lot of fear rising up. There is a lot of uncertainty. There is a lot of anxiety. And even if one is holding their own higher frequency, if they tap into that pool, that can have an effect on the body. So be gentle with all of yourselves, be compassionate and loving, have faith and trust that whatever you're feeling in your body right now will transcend itself, will heal. We will not always feel that way. Rest when you need to rest, stop when you need to stop, take care of yourselves, and of course, do all the things in which all of you know to do, to eat very clean, to have good water, to pray over your food, to walk barefoot in the park, to be in the sunlight, to do breath work, to meditate, all of that. And yes, of course, even in doing all of those things and more, one may still have uncomfortability in the body. as it is releasing denser energies that will not be able to be carried through into higher vibrations, and through that it may represent or appear. And so just have compassion for it, and know in the depth of your own being that it will pass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You, Raphael. All right. Our next question is Donna.
Hello, Raphael.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello. So my question is for people in the collective and we as individuals, how do we connect with our worthiness and how do we release fear around stepping into our power so that we can serve others?
It I know can feel as though that is hard and it is complicated, but it can simply be a choice, a decision in this moment. I choose to step into my power. You might even move into an affirmation of I am powerful. We did that with this one for a period of time until she recognized that. And in holding those vibrations, the lower ones start to fall away. You might need to put your body in a stance of power. You might to hold your hands in a powerful way with them pointing down. You might want to have your legs open. You might want to stand in a powerful way when you're standing up or when you're talking to people. You might have to affirm and say, I am powerful. I am that. I am. You may want to attune to a goddess of great power and attune to that frequency of Kali or Sekhmet, to go deep into the bowels of your being and to love all of you. You come into power and alignment with your true power when you love and accept all parts of self. And as you begin to recognize the parts in which you are not loving, which you are not accepting, in which you are hiding from, that are deeply hidden in the recesses of the bowels where Kali goes, let her come in, call her to come down deep into the guttural, heavier energies down in your lower chakras and open that energy and love all of that, allowing all of you to be loved and embraced, not just the parts in which you think should be loved, not just the parts that are labeled as good, but all of you. When you love all of you completely, then you are bringing in fragmented pieces in which you have outsourced or given your power away to, and you are gathering that energy back until you literally might just go out and just sit and gather your energy. Where is your energy being depleted? Where are you giving your power? Who are you giving it to? Can you find it? Can you go collecting it? Can you gather it? Can you bring it back in to your center core column? Can you send it down into the depths of your bowels? And then can you go into the recesses of those dark places? And can you bring full love to those places? And in doing so, can you anchor in the energy by standing in a power stance? You have lived lifetimes as a powerful being. Reclaim that power, find it, gather it, return it to self.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. How's the vessel doing, Raphael?
Well, the vessel is tired, but the energy is happily flowing. But perhaps it is time to take a rest, unless there is one more question.
I'll ask a question just because I think it is timely. There's some people who wrote in about the selection of the new pope and the energy that the new Pope will bring to humanity. Do you have anything to say about that?
Oh, oh, oh. It is that you're all very aware that many systems that you are tied to that are very familiar and at times very comforting, whether they be your medicine or your finances or your education or your agriculture or your religion, are changing. And there is a potential for an unraveling of energies here and for a revealing of energies here in this particular institution, where the essence of the teachings of Christ, or the vibration of Jesus, and the purity of his compassion and his unconditional love that he carries and that he brought forth, that have often been submerged and hidden away in doctrine and in constructs and in division, would love to find its way to the surface to unify many. And yet, simultaneously on your planet at this time, there are many energies that lead the way toward a vibration in which there is a forgetting of this compassion, a forgetting of a humanness, of understanding, a forgetting of unconditional love, of energy that is rubbing against the vibration of this original, beautiful frequency that teaches a sense of union, the ability to heal, to put down one's weapon, to love thy neighbor, to care for the poor, to feed the hungry, to take in those who are wounded, to care for the sick, to love one another. This energy has a potential to come back online, to be seen for its truth. And yet, there will be infighting. There will be an internal battle as to who will be the head, the representer of this energy. And at the same time, the old guard, the old ways in all of these systems are collapsing. And so, who will come to be your leader at this time? It will depend on the reflection of the consciousness of the collective at the moment of the decision, and how necessary it might be for an energy to come forward that would bring you backwards. And in going backwards, sometimes it is that vibration that becomes oppressive, that forces the energy from underneath to push through, like a beautiful flower that somehow finds its way through the concrete and blooms into a rose. That is what is happening. The concrete is everywhere, crashing down around you, creating a sense of deadening and density and forgetting. But it is the beauty and the power of the life force of the seed and the sunlight hitting it and the water seeping through the crack that allows something to burst through that concrete for life to be born and to blossom. And so whether the energy will be heavy and more concrete will be poured on top of the essence and the kernel of this unconditional love, or whether the concrete will begin to dissolve and the love can shine and have more freedom, more spaciousness to grow in the light, is unknown. It is of great welcoming that we welcome home this Pope Francis and his ability to hold the frequency to the best of his capacity in his human form for union and compassion and love. And so we don't know what timeline you will all choose, but it is essential and important at this time for all of you to choose and to remember what were the original teachings when you let go of all of that in between, when you get to the seed, to the essence, to the kernel, which is love. And so take those teachings and apply them in every word that you speak, and every thought that you have, and every action that you take. And in that, knowing that that frequency will hopefully be mirrored in a leader that will lead that way toward peace. For peace on your planet now is essential. We love all of you, and we ask you to hold that vibration of unconditional love. And do not waver, do not fear, do not be afraid as things shift and change quickly and rapidly. And it might appear that things are getting more difficult, denser, harder, frightening, because they are simply what may be needed to break everything open, so that that beautiful seed that is trying so hard to push its way through the concrete, that in the breaking open and the collapsing of what has been built on top of it, begins to disappear, although something that is familiar, something new will be born. Trust in that. And with that, we send to you all of our love and all of our light. Many blessings and good day. All right. Well, thanks everybody. We will answer more questions next week. Thanks so much for joining. Love you all. Have a beautiful weekend wherever you are in the world. And talk soon. The Galactic White Horse Light Code begins on June 2nd. It happens to be on sale right now before it goes up to its normal price. So if you guys want to join us, it's going to be very magical. All right. Love you all so much.
Love, love, love.
Love, love, love.
Love, love,
Thank
love.
you.
Love, love, love.
Love, 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 love.
Thank you.
Love,
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 love.
love.
Love,
Bye.
Love,
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 love.
love.
love, love.
Love, love, love.
Love, love, love.
Mhm.
Love, love, love.
I love you all.
Love, love, love.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love, love, love.
Love, love, love.